Welcome everyone, this is Madman bringing another RSL video. So today we're having a short one. It's kind of a science experiment, so to speak. And what we have here is my second Geo. Yes, I am fortunate enough to have two. This is the one I use as a DPS and clan boss in my budget unkillable. He's in a speed set. We'll real quick go over stats. 35,000 in HP, 3,700 attack. Just over 2,000 in defense, which is important. The 177 speed is important. Over 100 crit rate, almost 170% crit damage, and the accuracy resistance is not really needed. His A1 is fully booked, and then the reason I can use him as a DPS in budget unkillable is his A2. Doesn't really matter if it's fully booked or not, but it's not fully booked. It's on a 4-turn cooldown, which is kind of nice. And same thing with his Quicksand Grasp, which puts out the HP burn and weaken on a 4-turn cooldown, not fully booked. This allows me to run him as a DPS and not a stun target in the budget unkillable. And then of course his passive with the HP burn put out does a reflect damage for everybody taking damage from the clan boss. So we let the clan boss hit us, and he basically puts most of the damage on himself. So here's his masteries. We came down to War Master here, our typical clan boss build. We can use Life Drinker, and we actually want Life Drinker since we're using him as a DPS. Do not want this if you're going to use him as the stun target. Then we came down and get some accuracy here, lower steel, help us a little bit with the speed. You can see we kind of skipped anything that might give us any kind of turn meter change, whether it be a boost, increase, speed increase, whatnot. Sniper here, just to give us an extra 5% chance of placing that HP burn, along with the weaken. Same thing here with Master Hexer, a chance to extend that HP burn or weaken. So that is Geomancer. We're going to go into a run now, and we just want to see what kind of damage without putting the HP burning and then reflective damage he's going to output. So you can see the difference in his damage between having it on and not having it on. Now in Geo, normally this is the priority, but in this case, we don't want to use it at all. So we'll just leave it at that, and we'll go ahead and we'll make this the first choice. It's a pretty simple setup, just a 3-turn for Ultra Nightmare. Start off with A3 from Maneater, A3 from Painkeeper on the first turn. Now normally you'd want to do his A1 and let him hit hard on the next AoE. So we'll just do that. The A3 from Ninja, A2 from Maneater, decrease attack here from Siege Hulk, the heal here from Painkeeper. Now this is right before the stun, so I'll go ahead and take that attack away at this point. And then it's just A1. We put up the HP burn if you're using Ninja right before the stun. Then A1 here. And from here it is normally auto. Now, right here is where he would put up his HP burn, but he's not going to. So what we're going to lose is all of that reflect damage when the clan boss hits us like that for the first 2 AoEs. We don't get it on the stun because Ninja is overriding it. But we're just, like I said, this is an experiment, so we want to see just how much damage Geo does with his, just normal skills versus his passive applied. And then we can kind of get an idea of how much you really need to build them out or not. Anyway, we will get to the end of this fight. We will show you his damage output, and then we will compare it to a few other runs I've done and just kind of see the difference there. See you at the end. So there you go, guys. End of the run, 25.78 million. Little things, numbers here, but so Geo is putting out 2.783 million there. So not a whole lot of damage, right? And yet he's a huge damage dealer. So we will go look at another run or two there and kind of see what the difference is. So here's another run. Again, this is a Magic Affinity Clan boss. And you can see Geo put up 26.3 million damage. So what's that? About 23.5 million coming from that reflect damage. Okay, so you can see here, pretty much the same team, and Geo's doing 28 million damage. Now this was against a Magic Affinity boss here. So 28 million damage. So 25 million difference there by having his HP burnout. So you can see here he did not quite 18.5. This was against a Void Affinity boss. Here we have a Spirit Affinity Clan boss, 25.58 there. So again, about 23 million damage difference there. And lastly, this is the Force Affinity Clan boss, and again he's back up to 28, almost 28.5. So plus 25 million differential there on that HP burning weekend. Hopefully that was a little bit educational. Have a good day.